The Battery Maritime Building really tells the story of New York City's waterfront. It was conceived in 1903 and completed in 1909, designed by Walker and Morris architects in a very distinctive structural Beaux-Arts style. The central challenge of the Battery Maritime Building project was how to reactivate this specific building. How do you adapt that to modern uses? Yet to understand the B&B, you have to understand it's really kind of two buildings. The municipal side of the building is a two-story structure. The ground floor still serves ferries that are operational, but also is your only vertical access to the second floor, which is really the grand civic space.
The event lobby with its grand stair was something that was recreated in the spirit of the original to create a space that feels like it belongs to this building.
Some of the greatest challenges were trying to figure out how to maintain and preserve the aesthetic heritage of the building with the infrastructure for a world-class event space, and trying to celebrate some of the features, like, for example, in the Great Hall, the ley light, while trying to weave in complicated infrastructure for lighting, mechanical, AV.
The second part of the building is the harbor side, which has got these three beautiful arches facing the water.
Taking the industrial Beaux-Arts exterior, which is so colorful and large-scale monumental, transforming it for the inside spaces to be used in a more traditional hotel, restaurant fashion was really a challenge, and we worked with the interior designer, Terry Despon, and we both share a love and a passion for ocean liners. And so I think it was a fairly seamless transition in the end, working the outside nature of the aesthetic onto the inside palette.
Within the club, you can look out and be able to see the Brooklyn waterfront, Governor's Island, Staten Island, Statue of Liberty, and that view is unsurpassed by anything else in the city.
In adding a fifth floor, it served as a backdrop for us to rebuild the cupolas and the pergola and reflect the sky. And that was a strategy that enabled us to successfully secure approvals from the Landmarks Preservation Commission, the State Historic Preservation Office, and the National Park Service, securing a significant amount of tax credits to help make the project economically viable.
Marvel has had a long tradition of adaptive reuse, particularly in New York City on historic buildings. This building in particular had a wonderful way of transforming itself from the ferry terminal by means of the use of these large-scale trusses and open spaces.
We knew the challenges of working with a building this complex and this unique.
In terms of on-site investigation, we had a little satellite office at one point with 7 of us to really facilitate an expedited construction schedule, but also to really absorb and understand the existing conditions.
And really identify what are the existing features of the building that are worthy of being celebrated.
We put on our hip waders and climbed underneath the building to inspect the piles, and we also got on scaffolds and ladders to measure carefully the existing fragments of molding and trim that were remaining. It's been Marvel's great honor to work on such an important building for New York City and help facilitate the robust vision by the Carey family in Midtown Equities and their partners and owner-operator Cipriani, who really brought a vision for really elegant service and glamour and luxury to this wonderful historic property.
The city really wanted to launch this building in a 21st century way, and I think we absolutely delivered that.
When people see this building from across the water today, I want them to be excited to see that this building that's been vacant for so many years is lit up at night and is a beacon right at the southern tip of Manhattan. To finally see the building fully open and operational is just such a wonderful end to what's been a story that's been decades in the making.